Welcome once again to Marriage Without Tears channel. This is your ultimate channel for couples that want to make a difference in their marriages and family lives. If you actually want to grow a marriage that will stand the test of time, you must be a subscriber to this very particular channel. And I encourage you to subscribe immediately by looking at this red button by my side. Click on it and get subscribed. We already have more than 102 videos on this channel. It addresses a whole lot of issues concerning marriage and family. So I just want you to click on it, get subscribed, be part of this wonderful edition. What are we discussing tonight? How to create wealth as a couple. How to create wealth as a couple. I discovered that so many marriages are in serious problems, serious challenges because of financial lack. And that is a situation that is very, very awry. Many glorious marriages have been truncated simply because the couple is struggling financially. They simply cannot make ends meet. And this is why today's topic is very, very vital. I want you to pay me undivided attention. So, let's go on. Number one, you actually want to get out of financial poverty. You must call your husband or your wife, your spouse, you must sit together and be able to determine clearly from the onset that you are married. And of course, you must not begin to operate at cross purposes or begin to operate independently as though you were not married. I see so many couples that despite their marriage or despite their being in marriage, they are still looking at their finances from personal, selfish perspective. It's like my money is mine, my business is mine, your own is yours, your business is yours. There must not be an interaction. No, it doesn't work that way. If you were supposed to work that way, then there would not be any reason for you to come into marriage in the first place. There is a need for you as a husband and wife to sit together and find a means of working out your financial destiny together. Very, very important indeed. Even the Bible says something. It said two are better than one because they have a good reward for their labor. So as somebody who is in marriage, you are not meant to be operating independent of your spouse. If you actually want to, be able to create wealth and be able to walk out of poverty, there is a need for you to gather your thoughts together as husband and wife and begin to walk as one, begin to think as one, begin to make decisions as one. Very, very vital. The second thing you must also do right away is to determine from right now, as we are talking, after watching this particular video, sit back and ask yourself as husband and as wife, how much is coming in unto us on a monthly basis, on a quarterly basis, on an annual basis? How much are we earning right now as an income? I discovered that so many people are poor, not because money is not coming into their hands, but because they are finding it difficult to create wealth with the little that comes into their hands. Businesses have been started with as low as 5,000 naira, or what we may call $100. I have seen people who started businesses with as low as that, and they were able to manage it prudently until that money grew. And I have also seen somebody who had $1 million handed over to him, but over a 2-3 months period, he or she cannot account for what they did with it. So it's not about the resources, not about the quantity. It's about the mind that harnesses, that makes use of that resources. And let me tell you, if you're working as one, as husband and wife, and you are thinking as one, and you determine to be prudent with the resources that come into your hands, it works like magic. You will see your financial destiny begin to improve. It begins to flourish. It begins to blossom. So determine right now how much that comes into your hand and what to do with it. Very, very important indeed. The third thing you must also do right now as we are talking, create a budget for your home. Create a budget. If you are a husband or a wife and you are living together as one in marriage and you don't have a budget that guides how you spend the resources that come into your hands, you may end up struggling with poverty over seasons. A budget should be able to determine how much you spend, how much you save, how much you play around with, and how much you invest. Those 4 critical areas. It must be addressed in your budget. It must not be a situation whereby money comes into your hands And before you know it, they fritter away. It happens to so many people without budget. If you don't have a budget, then you may be struggling with your finances over several seasons. So I want you to create a budget right now. That is the third thing you must do. The fourth thing, of course, you must do, sit as a couple and reason together. There must be something you are both passionate about. There must be an area of business, an area of enterprise that you are both passionate about. If you can only discover it. Some people will say, oh, there's no way, my wife does not agree with me, she doesn't see the same. No, if both of you are always antagonizing one another, or you don't see, in the same way, then there must not have any reason for you to get married in the first place. The reason why you are married is because there are so many commonalities between both of you. That's why you are married. There are so many areas where you agree. There are so many passions where you agree. So find a passion, find a business, find an enterprise you are both passionate about, that you can both invest your resources and your time and your energy and your prayers is very, very important. If you can discover that and you begin to invest in that and you begin to think in terms of that, you will discover that your financial destiny will improve to the glory of God. And of course, what's the fifth thing you must do? As a couple, please, financial prudence is very, very important. I see a couple that are always trying to live like the Joneses. The couple next door who are buying choice cars and wearing designer clothes. But you don't realize that you are in a different terrain, in a different journey than them. Your husband is not earning as much as the other husband, as the other man. Your wife is not earning, your incomes are not the same. So possibly those couples, the next door, they have already developed their financial base and they are enjoying their resources, they are enjoying their sweat. And here you are, who is still trying to develop yours. You want to measure up with the Genesis. Prudence is very, very important. If you must improve in your financial life as a couple, it is very, very important. If you have a husband or you have a wife that is always free with money, always throwing money about, please prayerfully gather one another together. Begin to counsel one another. Begin to reason together. See to it that you begin to manage effectively the resources that come into your hands. I want to let you know something. I always tell people that the wealthiest person and the poorest person, they all share 24 hours of the day. It all depends on how you utilize your time and the resources at your disposal. I want to let you know also that if you are very prudent in the way you manage time and resources as a couple, your financial destiny will improve to the glory of God. It's very, very important that you know that. So, and then, of course, nothing will grow without God being involved. I see couples who are always trying to make it by their own struggles, by their own sweats, by their own determination. I would like to tell you that if you, upon doing all these things and you put God by the side, you will not make progress financially, because everything, all things comes from Him. So as a couple, you must be very prayerful, you must be very spiritual, you must call on the spiritual realm, because what happens on the spiritual is what determines the physical realm. So as a couple, abide together as one, even spiritually. Begin to watch over yourself, begin to watch over your house, begin to watch over your finances, and be prayerful indeed. And I know in my heart that if you can do these things, your financial life will improve to the glory of God. If you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please do so immediately. Look at this red button by my side. Click on it, get subscribed. We actually created this awesome channel for couples that want to make a difference in their marriage. Couples that actually want to know the rudiments of how to run effective and effectual marriages and family lives. This is why we established this channel, nothing else. And if you are a student of this channel, you will realize that we already have more than 100 videos that deals on so many issues of marriage. So please subscribe and be part of this wonderful, wonderful channel to the glory of God. And if there are areas or things that I have not touched in the concept of this program, please make a comment at the end of this production. Look at this, make a comment. Let me know some of the areas I've not touched. Let me know some of the things that I need to touch. And then we look at it in the next edition. And I thank you very much for taking our time to listen to me. And I pray that God will always continue to lift your marriage from glory to glory. Thank you. I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a wonderful day.